is Austin Lehman, and welcome to the next edition of Austin Weekend. Hearing me is Dad with something different on.
Yeah, Tennessee Vols, go Vols. Sorry.
Okay, you can show your fandom sometime else.
Okay. But we're here to talk about a movie right now, anyway.
Yes. Doctor Strange, to be precise.
Doctor Strange. And they named the character very well. It's of course, it's based on a Marvel series.
Created by the great Stan Lee.
Stan Lee. And of course, Stan, just to let you know, Stan makes his cameo in the movie the same as he makes his cameo in every movie. So
we don't need to bother you with that.
No, so just be looking forward. It's actually pretty funny. But this movie is basically about an actual doctor.
Played by
Benedict Cumberbatch. He plays Dr. Stephen Strange, who is a very good doctor in real life. He's a neurosurgeon. He works on spines and stuff like that. And
something tragic happens, and he lands in a hospital.
Mm-hmm. And normal medicine can't heal him, so he looks for healing another way, and that's when the movie gets strange.
There's so much weird imagery thrown after your.
Yeah, we went and watched it in 3D just to let you know, and it is one of the I would recommend watching this movie in 3D. There's so much special effects. There's so much imagery. There's so much going on. It really, really brings it out in 3D. I don't recommend all movies in 3D. I do like 3D, but I don't recommend all movies in 3D. But this movie, I would recommend watching in 3D. It's got a lot of special effects.
The imagery might not make sense to you at first, but when you consider the plot, the material of the plot itself, you'll understand sooner or later.
Yeah, it's about other dimensions, and again, we're not going to give away anything that you haven't already seen in the previews. It's about other dimensions and other worlds, and learning about those and the powers that Doctor Strange gets from them. And you've already seen the villain of the movie with the dark eyes and stuff. It explains a little bit why he even has those dark eyes a little bit, but I thought a very good movie. It's like I said,
it's probably the weirdest creation for Marvel Studios.
Mm-hmm. Because it doesn't deal with the physical world. Like you saw in the one preview they give, the Avengers fight the bad guys in the real world, where they fight more of the bad guys in the mystical world.
Yeah, so, there's so many different dimensions that they mentioned in the trailers.
It's so you're getting to see the mystical side of the Marvel reality versus the physical side of the Marvel reality, and there's some. I mean, it's got some of the best special effects that I've ever seen in anything, and you wonder how in the world they made it look as good as they did.
Because
with cities folding, and like again, we're not giving away anything that's not on the previews. With the cities folding and the buildings coming up and the thing, and the people fighting in them at the very same time, it doesn't look fake. And again, that's why I would recommend it in 3D. Is those special effects really jump and pow and wow whenever you're watching them in 3D.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth.
Mm-hmm. I think Benedict Cumberbatch played a really good character.
Well, this is no shock. He's an accomplished actor already.
He played a very good part. He was serious when he needed to be serious. He tried to throw in a little comedy when he had comedy. They didn't throw it. It was a stupid comedy that ruined the scenes, like a lot of movies do. They throw in stupid comedy.
Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, there's 2 or 3 other movies that throw. It's got some comedy bled in with the serious story. Which fits really well. Yep. Mm-hmm. But all of the characters were really played well. There wasn't one character that I thought, man, that was sort of out of place. That person really didn't play that good of a character. That one, they all played pretty good characters.
The acting isn't bad either, considering this is a Marvel Studios production. They've done almost every other incarnation of the Marvel superhero ever since Iron Man.
Mm-hmm. And Marvel, I mean, what kind of batting average do they have now? They're batting like 900, aren't they? I don't think they brought out.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe the worst movie they've come out since Marvel took over is. I don't know if they really had a bad one.
I don't think they've had a bad one.
They haven't had a bad one. I mean, they keep
producing quality
movies, and it's good stories, good special effects, good acting.
And the storylines aren't screwed over.
No,
they keep pace with what the original comic.
There's a good flow to it. There's a good flow to the movie. It's not fast at one point.
It's not forced.
And slow at another. It's not forced on you. Again, I'm not going to give it away because none of this is shown in the previews. But this story ties into the rest of the Marvel universe that they've already given us.
Like every other Marvel movie in existence.
In existence.
Every single one just
ties together. This one ties exactly right in. We do recommend staying for the credits and
it gives you hints
and
on
then
the future movies.
And then the end credits. We're not giving anything away. There's 2 extra scenes.
But I will mention this. It will give you hints of what they're gonna do.
Yeah, you will. The first credit scene will tell you what's in the future, the immediate future for the Marvel Universe, and the second one will give you a little information about the next Doctor Strange movie. Again, we're not going to give away what it is, but stick around and watch both of those extra scenes.
It'll be pretty exciting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you get down to the end, you're like, oh yes, we get to see that too. So again, we're not going to give it away, but I think it was a really good movie.
The characters were really well fleshed out.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them felt real. The emotions too.
Yeah.
I never thought a Marvel movie with this much emotion would come out in my life. I thought it was just more like.
Yeah. This one did have a little more serious, real emotions in it than a lot of the Marvel movies do.
It drives characters.
You know, the last Captain America, where they battled each other, you know, and the feeling at the end of the movie, the real emotions and real hurt and real anger, that's in this movie. So there's real.
That's what people will connect this movie with the most.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's the realistic feel of the movie. It's not a slugfest for an hour or two. It has emotion. It has character-driven plots, tying in with the main story,
and bizarre
imagery
and the special effects. Like I said,
it is thrown in your face, but it's intentional. Trust me.
Yeah.
Whenever you go in this movie and you see that, just expect it and with a grain of salt.
And enjoy it.
Yes, you would.
Yes. And again, I do recommend 3D just because of this is the most special effect movie that Marvel has made so far. So 3D works really well for it.
Now, if only the X-Men franchise will be transferred to them.
Well, the X-Men franchise is coming towards a end pretty soon, I think. But we won't get on that franchise. We'll go and stick on this one. All right, you want to go and do a rating for it? Anybody that hasn't watched before, we don't do ratings.
Our rating system is strange.
Also, it is strange. Tell me how it works.
Well, we go from 1, sometimes 0.
Sometimes 0. Yeah. But we go from 1 to 10, and we don't use
typical critic talk
stars. It's not got 4 stars.
Let's look at the planets.
Yeah, we go from 1 to 10, and we pull something from the movie to rate it by. Like with Kung Fu Panda, he loved
dumpling time.
The Kung Fu Panda loved dumplings. That was his favorite thing. So we rated those series using dumplings. I think they averaged like 9.5 dumplings because it was just an excellent series.
That trilogy
is one of the best.
Is one of the best animated movies that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
The second one was one of my favorite movies.
Mm-hmm. So we pull something from the movie and from.
Go and check out that review.
Yeah, that's good. From the Doctor Strange, we were going to use
power, mystics,
spells.
We'll
use spells because that's what they say they use when they use the imagery and the shields and the weapons. they use spells. So we will do spells. 1 spell being crappy spells, 10 spells being awesome. How many spells do you give Doctor Strange?
Let's just say the movie was too strange for me to give it a rating right away.
It is strange. It is a strange movie.
It definitely lives up to his name. So I'm going to give you a chance to say something before I speak anything.
Honestly, I completely love the movie. It's one of my favorite Marvel movies that they've made yet, period. The story was great. The imagery was great. Again, you wondered how they could make Doctor Strange and actually make it fit into the Marvel world and feel like it should be part of the Marvel world, but they did it perfectly. So honestly, I would give it 9.5 spells. It's definitely one of my top ones that they've made of any so far.
Now that I think about it, doesn't our decision of using spells kind of remind me of Harry Potter?
Yeah, and there's a Harry Potter movie coming out pretty soon too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But how many spells do you give Doctor Strange?
It's definitely somewhere in the 9s, but it took me a while to configure about it on the drive home. Mm-hmm. And from what I can collect, it's probably like a 9.1, 9.2 area, somewhere in the middle there. Mm-hmm. You can probably like a 9.1.5 if you want to think about it. Mm-hmm. But I don't think that's possible, but screw it, I'm going with it.
Yeah. Go with it, man. So it does get the
Austin Weekend seal of approval.
Austin Weekend Experiment. It is awe-inspiring. We do recommend going and watching it. We do recommend going and watching it in the theaters because it is theater worthy.
Yes. Now, I'm going to do something quick and brief and short for those who don't understand our seal of approval and seal of suck.
Yes.
Do a quick rundown. Mm-hmm. Now, explain what the seal of approval means.
Our mantra, our name is Austin Weekend Experiment. If you take those 3 words, AWE, it's awe. So it's awe-inspiring if it gets the seal of approval.
That means it's a good movie you should watch.
And we do recommend going to the theater and watching it.
Or renting the DVD or buying the VHS or going to watch it on the television.
If it's a movie,
we won't get any seal.
We won't give it our seal of approval. I mean, it might be worth watching.
And it won't get our seal of suck. Which we go to.
And then there is a seal of suck.
Which we probably, you guessed it, save for bad ones.
Save for the crappy movies. Then there's some crap out there. So
there is some real crap out there. So
well, what do we got coming up next? We might go watch the Trolls movie within the next few days and let you know about it.
Yeah,
we've got a couple new cartoons that we're going to do.
One of them was probably on first look. It looked so weird.
What was the name of it?
I forget
too. But we've got Milo.
And Milo Murphy's Law is still on the hit list.
We've got 2 new cartoons, though. We got a new movie coming out, and I think it's just 39 days now till Rogue One.
Star Wars Rogue One.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait to see that because I'm a big Star Wars geek. But anyways, I think we're done other than that, right? Oh, now be sure and hit the like button. Be sure and subscribe to us. You need to know what's coming next. You need to know when we bring a new review out. So hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button.
Hit the groovy button.
Hit the groovy baby button.
Don't forget to hit that one.
Yeah. Other than that, we're gone.
See you next week.